Now explain employee expense claims and how to manage them. Employee expenses can be a huge drain on a bookkeeper's time. We are going to look at how to fix this. We will look at what you should not do. We will look at some suggestions that will help. Hopefully we can help take away some of the pain that occurs with expense claims. We might even make people happier. Usually 3 people are involved in expense claims. The bookkeeper, being you, the employee, usually a sales rep, and the manager of the sales rep, usually the business owner you both work for. The scenario. The sales rep comes to you with a large pile of receipts and invoices and says, "Give me money now for all these things I've paid for on behalf of the company." The sales rep does not know how much they are owed. They don't know what they spent the money on. Are these receipts they are presenting actually business receipts, or just every piece of paper they found in their pocket, wallet or car? But they want you right now to drop what you are doing, total all these receipts for them, and give them the money in cash when they come back from getting their coffee in the canteen. What is the process for claiming expenses? The current process is bring in receipts when you remember, and you will be paid back in cash. This is how the sales rep sees it, and he is probably correct. But this is bad for you, the bookkeeper, as it interrupts your work and it also takes up other people's time. Problem. You are not expecting him or her to come up to you today and ask to be reimbursed for all their expenses for the last 3 months. Problem. Your day is already planned. You don't have time to document and work out how much they are owed. You need to complete your scheduled work so that other parts of the business get the information they need. Problem. Another one. First, someone needs to check that they are all business expenses and approve any payments to the employee. That usually requires a manager or the business owner, and they're not around. Quick fix to a problem. Making a part payment by taking money from the petty cash box only messes up the management of petty cash, and petty cash should not be used as a cash float for non-petty cash expenses. And anyway, there's not enough money in the petty cash box. Did you notice there can be a lot of problems? So, we have 3 people getting frustrated. You, the bookkeeper, getting interrupted. The sales rep standing over you demanding cash for business expenses to be paid to them now. A business owner who does not want their sales rep upset and spending their time fussing over an expense claim when they should be selling. Temporary quick fix. What usually happens is the business owner tries to fix the issue by writing a check for €200, sending someone to the bank to cash it, and then gives the sales rep a part payment of his unvouched expenses and murmurs, "We need to get a better system." It's the same thing he said the last time this happened with another sales rep. Another quick fix. A solution you might suggest is you could pay the sales rep by electronic transfer direct to his bank account. But you would need to set him up as a payee on the bank system first. Also, it can take time for the bank transfers to be made, and the sales rep may want the cash into his hand rather than into his bank account so that he has access to the money straight away. An even worse fix. A bad idea is to keep a stash of cash on premises to pay for sales rep expenses. How much do you keep? Who is responsible for the cash? Who will manage it? How will it be balanced? Is it safe to hold large amounts of cash in the bookkeeper's office, if you have an office? How can we solve this? What if we could bring the business owner all the expenses for passing at an agreed time where he can review many at a time? Now, one person, the business owner, is happy. The sales rep. What if we told him we can help him get organised and this will help him get his money faster? Let's suggest to him that he uses a plastic pocket that he can store all his till receipts, invoices and other receipts in. Now at least he has a place to keep receipts. What if we gave the sales rep a sheet that he could record his expenses on and match them to the receipts in the plastic pocket? Then he could hand in the sheet and the box of receipts once a month and get paid on an agreed date. There's very little he has to record on the sheet. There will possibly be resistance to this, but this is very common practice in business and sales reps are used to doing this. You, the bookkeeper, what if you designed an expense sheet that suited how you worked? The sales rep would complete their part of the sheet. You, the bookkeeper, would do the analysis of the expenses. The sales rep sheet plus your analysis sheet would create a completed expense claim form. You, the bookkeeper, can get everyone organised. You would set the date and time each week or month when you do the expenses. The sales rep would know that date. If they missed that date, the payment to them would be delayed and they would know that. To reduce the pain of the sales rep being out of pocket, let's give them an upfront cash payment, a cash float. It is like they have their own petty cash box, which they are responsible for. They won't be paying from their own money, but instead use their cash float. The float would be the equivalent of a month's expenses. The cash float would be topped up every month when they send in their expense claim form. The sales rep will be incentivized to get their expense claim in on time and the expense sheet completed correctly and with the receipts attached, or they won't get refunded for their expenses. Will there be resistance? Probably, but it will pass. Sales reps will say, why should I have to do the paperwork? That's what bookkeepers are for. Well, they're not. Personal assistants might do it if you had a personal assistant. There are limited resources in the business and sales reps need to be responsible for what they spend. Every other department records and documents what they spend money on. Someone needs to manage the company's money. Cash and expenses can easily get lost or misappropriated. Business owners should realise that while you can control checks, electronic transfers and bank accounts, cash can vanish if it is not managed and accounted for. In the end, usually those that fight it the most usually become the greatest supporters of an organised process. Sales reps know how and when their expenses will be repaid. They will never be out of pocket. The business owner gets to see what the sales reps are spending the business's money on. You, the bookkeeper, knows when to expect expense claims, how to get them passed and how to get them paid, and this will then fit into your workflow. You are now in control of the process and everyone spends less time on employee expense claims. Thank you for watching. Hope this helped.